Well, it looks like Satrap Obama's he's a really bad guy. To tell you the truth, I used to get kind of like mad at Bill Clinton, and when I was in the Marine. Well, I don't even want to mention I was in the Marine Corps, but I guess I mentioned it just now. But I didn't like him too much as our commander in chief back then. But I actually saw that the guy had a heart, though. I didn't really think he was such a bad guy. But I'm wondering about Obama, man. This guy is like a freaking robot. That's all he is. He's a Manchurian candidate. And a lot of people that were black or Hispanic voted for him because, as a change, but this guy's a sellout to the max. He's Uncle Tom Obama to the max. You got a guy here that's bad. He's bad news, man. We got a really bad guy here. But, the one thing that's really tipping me off how bad he is, he was answering questions on Benghazi, which actually I put out a little while ago. I thought it was kind of interesting, about the 9/11 date, 11 years after 9/11, 2001, 11 years later, in 2012, we had Benghazi, and the film was released on a date when they were talking about that Illuminati countdown thing, clock. I don't know about, sometimes I have a little sense about some of these conspiracies. If you get my drift, you have to look back at one of my videos. And I don't get too conspiratorial, believe me, I don't. I don't. Sometimes there is something to it. But Obama was answering questions about Benghazi, and started to rain out a little bit. So he has Marines hold the umbrellas over him, which is against regulations. Basically, Marines don't do that. He's got aides to do that. But this one general remarked, he's a retired general from the Air Force, Lieutenant General McHenry, 76 years old. He remarked that they made the Marines look like butlers. And actually, in the regulations itself, it says it doesn't matter if it's a higher ranking officer or what, or whoever the hell it is. You cannot order you to do that. That's an illegal order. This guy has got... Obama actually is stupid. He really is. He's owned by some jackasses playing a game or something. But he is stupid. Actually, if he would have realized that this little thing he did here can actually piss off more people in the Marine Corps that matter, that is, the ones that actually matter, than some of the other stuff he does. Sometimes it's a little thing that's going to make a big difference. And it shows you the kind of respect he has for the Marine Corps. He's got no respect for the Marine Corps at all. None. 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 And actually one of the big attractions of being in the Marine Corps, even somebody goes into it, it's like you're a warrior. A lot of times people are fed that stuff to pump them up, to fight for the country, and you're a warrior. If you start freaking taking that away, you're taking away even a lot more psychological incentive for it too. This guy's a piece of garbage, man. And Mr. Obama, I think he's going to be catching a lot more heat here pretty soon. I don't know if he's going to last or what. I know they used to say that about Bill Clinton and stuff. But actually, I think Obama's even worse. He shows a lot of disrespect to the military, and this is one of the things that prove it. So, as an idea, actually, if there ever is going to be an armed march on Washington, I think I would use this idea. Don't use assault weapons. Use umbrellas that also function as 410 single-shot shotguns and march on D.C. And as a reminder to Obama, thou shalt not disrespect the Marine Corps, you freaking usurper. Because, actually his birth certificate is a fraud. Now, I could look at that, and that doesn't even bother me too much. I know it's a bullshit, I know it, but it's really him. He is a sellout. He's sucking up. He's owned all the way, and he's playing the game from number one all the way. That's why I can't stand Obama, really, too much. But I don't hate him, because I think Joe Biden's probably even worse. Freaking guy's an idiot. But they're all screwed up. I couldn't vote for Romney either, man. I couldn't even vote for him. So, I don't know. But he shows a lot of disrespect for the Marine Corps. And, you know, anybody that says anything that's in uniform now, they get slammed. If they're a general, they're out, man. They're out. They can't say shit. That's so... I mean, you're not supposed to, but I mean, you know, the thing is, Mr. President, you're not supposed to do that either. And, you know, what about Benghazi? It seems like he's the one that actually held back support. President Obama, Mr. Obama. And, you know, the way I look at it, you know, if you're going to throw out the rule about not being born in the USA and having, you know, he doesn't have the birth certificate, why not have Arnold Schwarzenegger as president? You know, Terminator. And we can use him as a president maybe in the future, you know. They're so worried about China and what's going to happen in the future. I wouldn't mind having the Terminator as president. Actually, he would he would actually put a lot of spirit into the armed forces, believe me. You know, Schwarzenegger was president, the Terminator. I mean, that would be a major psychological boost to the armed forces to the max, probably. And, probably. But, you know, you don't have a birth certificate, but neither is Obama, right? So what the hell, you know? I guess if you're... And, you know, it's like you overlook one rule, but then it's like, you overlook the rule with him with his birth certificate, which it shouldn't be overlooked. So what's this guy do? He disrespects the Marine Corps. So what the hell is he even a commander-in-chief for? The problem is, you know, we got such powerful people behind this guy because basically Obama is the Manchurian candidate. This guy is like, he's Uncle Tom Obama to the max. You know, I know, you know, it's pretty... I don't know, I guess if I was a black guy, I'd probably vote for a black guy too, man. Probably would. But this guy is like a sellout. That's the problem. It's almost like if I saw, I just made a comparison. I said, hey, you know, I want a Marine as president, a former Marine. But if I saw this guy as a former Marine, he's a freaking total sellout, and he doesn't represent what I think the Marine Corps is. I don't want that guy's represent anything. So this guy's he's bad for black people all the way, man. He doesn't represent black people. He's half white anyway. I don't know what the fuck, but actually I think that was a lot why he was elected, because a lot of minorities got behind him. And I know it's like, you know, the racist conservative whites are like, yeah, I can't stand that guy, and they're voting for Romney, but I can't stand Romney. I voted for Gary Johnson. I voted for other every time, basically. Nobody does that shit. That's the problem. But I guess if we're going to have a gun march on Washington, we need to have an umbrella march with, you know, single shot, 410 shotgun shells. To remind Obama, we have the right to bear arms, and thou shalt not have Marines hold umbrellas when you got your dork freaking aides out there that could freaking do it for you. You don't need Marines doing that shit. Marines hold a rifle. They don't hold a freaking umbrella. But I guess, you know, if you're going to have us hold umbrellas, where they're going to be 410 shotgun or 20 gauge shotgun, umbrella shotguns, you know, dual purpose. And we'll hold the umbrella in the march to Washington. How's that? I mean, that would be a cool march. Actually, I think I would get behind that march, because I don't even think it's, you know, it would stay within the realm of legality, too, even with D.C. probably, too. Or at least a lot closer to legal. A lot closer to legal than what you do, Obama, with Benghazi, that's for sure. So, this guy's like, he's Satrap Obama, man. He's disrespecting the Marine Corps. That's really what it is. He's like a satrap. So, this guy thinks, I mean, he's got an attitude, man. I don't like this guy anymore. I'm getting into this shit because I think there's worse out there. I mean, it could be even worse than him. But, you know, in retrospect, when I used to look back at Bill Clinton, I didn't like some of the stuff with him. But I don't know, man. Bill Clinton seemed like a fairly sensitive type person, though. He wouldn't do some crap like this. He wouldn't do it. You know, he just wouldn't. That's what I see. See, Obama is a guy, he's out for number one all the way. He don't give a shit about nothing. And remember, black people, he's half white too. So you don't know which side you're even you're dealing with this freaking guy. So, you know, I don't even know if this, but, you know, partly that's honestly true. He kind of it gave him an edge. You know, because people were thinking, You know, a lot of black people voted for this guy, but he's a fucking traitor, man. I'm just putting it out here honest as shit. This guy's a traitor. I don't like this guy, man. I mean, it's not that I just don't like him. He is. He's a traitor all the way around. He's out for number one. You don't want nobody like that in office. Problem is, they're all like that. I think even alternative politicians, Ron Paul's all out for number one too. That fucking yo-yo. God, excuse me, but he is. He's got his family in there and shit. He's got everybody all around him. They're all working for his campaign. All family. He's another one. Career politician. I just want to say this, man. All Americans work together, man. We're Americans first. And Marines are fighting for America. They support America and they support the Bill of Rights. Before there ever was a civil rights movement, there was a Bill of Rights. If you applied the Bill of Rights correctly from day one, there never would have been need for a civil rights movement because it's all about individual rights. That's what Marines protect, number one. And it's worrisome that a guy like Satrap Obama could actually tell a Marine to hold an umbrella when it's clearly against the regulations. What is Satrap Obama going to do next? He's already doing it. He's violating the Bill of Rights. Clear violation of the law of the land. And it always will be the law of the land. I don't give a shit if the UN comes in or not. The Bill of Rights is the law of the land. That's the way it is.